No, how much time? 10 minutes.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
welcome to those who are coming for the second program. Can we ask everyone to move forward, much forward, because there will be much more people. Please. Yes, Rose Association.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
So, I'd like to welcome everybody here to our program on a snowy, white Canadian evening. We're here. And I just want to ask, who's seen His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu here for the first time? By show of hands. Okay. Because some of you came in the morning and some of you came to the earlier program, but some of you are just coming in here right now, so thank you. And so, let's give a round of applause to our guest speaker. Bio here, so I'm going to share it to you, just in case some of you are curious and you wanted to know where this personality is coming from. So, His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu, he is an IIT Mumbai topper, served at institutes like CECRI and MNCs, such as Thermax as a senior design executive. He's the founding president of Voice Youth clubs in Indian universities, known as Vedic Oasis for Inspiration, Culture and Education. He's the president of ISKCON Pune since 1997 with a community of 6,000 members. He's a global duty officer for Western Youth Outreach in USA, Canada for 3 months per year. He's also a regional secretary assistant to the GBC, which is in our ISKCON movement, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, governing body commission for Pune, Shambhajinagar, Ahmednagar, Kolhapur, and Satara. He's a designer of internationally acclaimed Discover Yourself. It's an 8-session course for youths and corporates. He's a compiler of books like Your Best Friend and youth books like Stress to Smile, which we just had a taste into that earlier on, starting at 4 to 5. Also author of Art of Smart Work and a 10-volume Gita for All Made Easy. The abbreviation is GAME, made easy. Global Excellence Award winner for educating youth on Bhagavad Gita. Shiva Goswami Award winner for innovative youth outreach. Youth trainer for the last 30 years in all leading IITs, NITs, and other major institutions in India. He's a seminar presenter at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, Stanford University, Texas A&M, University of Texas, Dallas, etc. Corporate seminar presenter at Microsoft, Amazon, Bank of America, Infosys, Cognizant, Persistent, and the list could keep going here. So, but there's a personal connection, a local connection that we had, and I mentioned this morning for some of you who came early in the morning. Although he, is such a well-known, well-versed speaker, known throughout the world, the local connection is that he's actually the uncle of Ajay and Sanjana, and the brother of Mother Vrinda Priti, who they've been very active and a big part of our community over the last year or two, couple of years. And so I think it's through their connection that we had such an opportunity to have His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu here with us again. So we're very excited to hear what he has to share with us, and I think there will be some time for some discussion and maybe for a few questions. We'll go for about 45 minutes or so, and then we hope to, connect, and we'll see where the evening goes. And at the end of the program, we have a feast that has been prepared. It's called Prasadam, which is translated to food that has been offered with love to the Lord. And so it's a vegetarian feast that will be served afterwards, so we can spend some time together afterwards and enjoy Prasadam. Hare Krishna. Welcome.
ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Ajay, it won't come here?
You can share the screen here.
It won't come here? Then. Okay, then I'll speak without the PPT then.
No, you can share the PPT, he will put it up.
Is it? Okay.
Okay. What's the Zoom link or what?
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Achari
Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Are you share it? Rama You see that?
Yeah.
Ah, it's coming down. Yeah. Only have to give the sound effect just 1 minute.
Can you connect the USB?
Huh? No, I'll connect this one. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You can see now? Okay. Welcome all of you. The art of smart work is a very interesting topic. It's a seminar which is 90-minute seminar it is. So I will only present a part of it. I will do it. You might have probably heard the story of a crow which was flying in the sky. He was very thirsty. He sat in a jar where there was water level was very low. And how could the crow get the water up? You remember what the?
He put rocks in
He put rocks in that, and the water level came up and drank the water, and he is considered a smart crow, isn't it? It was a smart crow, but there are more smarter crows than that crow, because more smartness than bringing the stones and putting it and raising the water level, he used to go to a fruit shop and take one straw and bring it, put it, I thought he drank water and went away. So that is a more smarter crow, is it not? Okay, I'll show you. See, this crow is, even if you think it's a smart crow, this is a smarter crow. Isn't it? Yeah. So, actually, many decades ago, if you are a hard-working person, determined person, sticking to position, you are smart and you are well-informed. Actually, nowadays, if you see, such hard work and determination and sticking to position alone is not enough. There are many other expectations from us, you see. If you are well-informed, you are agile, you are strategic, and you are number-focused and people-focused, you have a global exposure, then only you are considered successful nowadays. Times have changed a lot now. Actually, those who can do smarter work are more appreciated than those who work hard work. But we are going to learn it a Gita way. How does the Gita teach us to make our job more light? We will talk about it. So there are 3 tips here. Probably I can cover a couple of them, I believe. Huh? Let us see. Let us take the first one, book of our life. See, these 2 fellows, they missed the flight. Huh? So one of them, how he behaves, you see, other person behaves differently, you see. Huh? So all of us in our life, we do face situations which make us extremely upset. Huh? So you have a choice, what you want to do. I always travel with an assistant with me. Many years before, one of my assistants, he always used to take me to the railway station to board the train last minute. Huh? In America, we saw that the train doors closes, isn't it? Closes. It opens like that. It's not the case in India. India, people can jump into a moving train also. So when I would get extremely upset with this fellow, he would say, I remember, me and my assistant were running with our bags. The train was slowly moving. We threw our bags first inside. Then we jumped in and were breathing heavily. Then when I became angry on him, he said, see, at last we got into train, you should not be upset with me. I was telling. So, actually in this same manner, then later on what I did, whenever I went to station, I went ahead, half an hour ahead. I told him, you come later, but I'll be on time. And he may miss the train, but I will go ahead with the train. So, you have an opportunity to become angry, or you have a choice not to become unnecessarily upset. How do you fill up the book of your life with? You are filling up this book with your thought, word and deed from morning to night, every day. The thoughts that you possess. You can have angry thoughts, or you can have a cool thoughts. Or you can have you can lose temper and speak angrily, or you can speak coolly. Or how you act. When your thoughts are angry thoughts, then the words become, there's malediction in the tongue. We speak inappropriately. Sometimes people may raise the hand also. If one becomes extremely angry, they kick things with the leg. That's even more higher anger. Now, the anger is not the only emotion. There are many other emotions too. So, we all can ask ourselves, am I filling up my life book with selfish scripts, or I do something selfless for the others? Do I fill up my book with negative vibrations, or with positive vibrations? So that choice is in your hand only. It's your life. See, each page is like a day. 365 pages makes one chapter. So let us say that you all will live for 100 years. That you have 100 chapters you have. Now, say one of you is 20 years old. That means 20 chapters are over. Now look at the pages of your book. How is it written? Is it legibly written, or is it scribbled? Generally, when children begin writing a notebook, the first 2-3 pages are very legible. And then it becomes scribbling, right? Similarly, when we were small children, we were simple. As we grew up, we became complicated. So, and what is the problem with making our life complicated? What is the problem with making our life complicated? We will see that even though we may make a lot of money, even though we may have a big social circle, and due to our own habits, we punish ourselves. I'll tell you how. For example, there may be people living within 4 walls, but they may not be talking to each other. They can't even look at each other's eyes also, because of strain in the relationships. What do you call it? Cold War. Cold War, I think, because of Cold War. Or another example I'll tell you. Those leaders who are very smart leaders, they have a certain style of doing things. One of the styles is they respect other people. Like we are also celebrating the inauguration of Lord Rama's temple. Lord Rama, if you see, once there was one Vibhishana, who is brother of Ravan, who wanted to join Rama's army. He flew from Lanka and came to this side and said, I wish to join Rama because my brother has become unrighteous. And he is on the wrong side, he is on the side of vice. And I want to join the side of virtue. I want to join Rama's side. So what Rama did, he didn't make his decision. He called all the monkeys who were in his army and asked them, would you like to accept Vibhishana, who is from the rival party, into our army or not? So he asked one by one. So there was one leader, very senior leader, his name is Sugriva. So Sugriva said, my lord, we should catch that Vibhishan Rakshasa from the sky and bring him down and kill him on the spot, because he is coming as a spy. He is going to spy our army and go and give news to his family members, he said. Then different people said different things. Like Angada said, if you want to accept him in the army, you can accept him, but you should put a spy to watch over him, where he goes, where he comes, because we don't know his intentions. Every monkey said different things. Finally, all the wanderers told Lord Ram, you have asked us our opinion. What is your opinion? You didn't tell us. You are our leader. Then Ram said, okay, since you all are asking me, I'll tell you. Anyone who comes to surrender to me, even once, and I never reject them, I accept them as my own. And then Lord Rama said, this is my opinion, what do you feel? And all the army of monkeys said, we all agree with you. Everybody appreciated. From this what you learn, anybody who is in a senior position, superior position, if they give an opportunity for the younger ones to think and express their concerns and opinions, then the younger ones are very happy to accept the final decision made by the leader, like Lord Ram. Nowadays, many of you working in IT companies, you will experience this. Tomorrow you become a team lead or a project leader. You will have many people working with you. And sometimes your mind may say that they are not as smart as I. They are not as smart as me. Better that I tell them what to do and they just do it. Imagine a leader calls his team and says, hey, anyway, all of your muffs, you can't think so well. You just, this is the plan I have made. You just execute it. Do you think they will cooperate? No, they will certainly cooperate to make sure that leader's idea fails. For that they will cooperate. Because they will say, you call us a muff, then you are a more bigger muff than us. They will want to prove it, isn't it? Because sometimes a leader who is not smart, he wants just, he says that I will give the idea, you clap the hands, that's all. So that won't work. So Lord Rama was not such a leader. He was a great leader that, he knew the mind of everybody. So one aspect of smart work is to know the true north emotions. True north means like magnet, if you see any direction you change it, the compass will always show north. Similarly, there are things which are universally accepted by all people, any country. I am from India, some of you are from America, and there may be people from different religious backgrounds too. You can be from anything, but all people will agree on the universal principles, you will say. Say, for example, if you pinch an Indian, you will feel pain. If you pinch American or Canadian, they will also feel pain. And that's universal law. Not that you are Canadian, you won't feel any pinch. You don't feel pain. It's a universal law. Similarly, you will see this is a universal law that a leader is bigger, in a bigger position, and the subordinates are in a younger position. But if a leader seeks the suggestions of subordinates, the subordinates' affection and respect for the leader is increased. But if a leader is ignoring, like for example, in Bombay there lives one very great Seema Bulbs company owner. So my spiritual master called him to his room and asked, his name is Srinathji. Srinathji, we wanted to arrange one program in your farm. So, is the farm available on such and such date? So Srinathji said, wait a minute, Maharaj, I will tell you. So he went out of the room, came back in 5 minutes and said, yes, farm is available now. You can bring the devotees, we can have the program. Maharaj asked, why did you go out? You are actually the owner of the farm. You could have given a go ahead to me. He said, no, I just want to consult with my wife. He said, because, although I own the farm is actually taken care by my wife. Because, she is very fond of nurseries and, taking care of flowers, taking care of the different aspects of the farm. I only simply own the farm, but I don't do much there. She does everything. Therefore, I wanted to check with her, and she happily agreed. Therefore, I told you yes. And my Guru Maharaj was so happy. And the same day on Sunday feast lecture he made announcement. Although Srinathji is owner of Sima Bulbs, he doesn't do anything without consulting his wife. He involves his wife also in his decision making, he said. So in this way you will see that we should know that whenever we are all working together, we are all in the same boat. When you do an activity, you are a team. Team means if there are 10 members, all the 10 are in one boat. So imagine if all the boat people, everybody moves the oars like this, the boat will go fast. Imagine first 5 people do this and back people do this. Then the boat cannot go ahead. So one of the aspects is, as I told you just now, willing to listen to the opinions of others. It's a small thing. I am telling you, within a family, in your team, in a company also, any place you go. So then only people like to collaborate with you. Similarly, appreciating the abilities in others is another thing. Appreciating the ability in others. So when you appreciate the abilities of others, generally we all are eager to declare about our abilities to others. We say what all I can do, we can do. But when you appreciate the abilities in others, that is another aspect of the human inner gut feeling. That in case you are appreciated, you feel wanted, then you work together. So in the Vedic literature we find many such principles are inbuilt. Like for example, Lord Krishna, he enacted the Kurukshetra war. So if you see, he is actually the leader who gives ideas, but he is driving the chariot. And who is sitting? Arjuna is sitting. So now Arjuna is fighting, but guidance comes from whom? Krishna. So Krishna is called as a stewardship leader or servant leader, because he is driving the chariot of Arjuna, he is affectionate to Arjuna. Not only that, what Krishna did in the battle, the horses at one point of time were a little tired. So Krishna got down from the chariot, he nursed them by caressing their necks. He removed the horses from the chariot and gave them water to drink with his own hands. All of them he gave them water. Then he nursed their necks and their legs also, he massaged their legs. And the horses were very happy with Krishna that, although we are insignificant, we are being cared for so well. So, and then when he boarded the chariot, the horses were ready to go an extra edge in fighting the battle. Someplace they had to jump over a very big pit or something, and they were ready for it. Because they thought, we are working for whom? We are working for Krishna and Arjuna, who actually care for us. Correct, no? These are small details, but when paying attention to the details, you saw the Pandavas emerged victorious. You will see that. Actually, I have another seminar called as Win-Win Principles of Mahabharata. From Mahabharata, that has got 10 points. One of the points is, the Pandavas, although they were in the forest, they were not wasting their time. Like Arjuna went to get celestial weapons, Bhima went and made friendship with Hanuman. Everybody, Yudhishthira was learning from Brahmins many nice things from the scriptures. So you will see that great souls have certain scripts which are universally appreciated. So the first aspect is, writing your book of life maturely means especially your dealings with other people. It talks about that. You see, in your life, if you count, you definitely don't have more than a single digit number of people in your life with whom you interact every day. For example, if there is a woman, she has a husband, she has children, or even if she talks to her mother, father, she talks occasionally. She doesn't talk daily if she is married, isn't it? So, similarly, take a man, he has his wife, he has his children, and when he goes to office, he has a few colleagues only. It's going to be 7, 8, 9 people max. With these single digit number of people, if your relationship is good, then you conquered the whole world. Why? Because other people don't know you much. They are all far away. These people who are in your inner circle, with whom you interact every day, we have to deal with them with mutual respect, trust and love, which is actually a challenging thing, because there is a saying in English, familiarity breeds contempt, isn't it? So because of that, Familiarity breeding contempt. Actually, familiarity will not breed contempt if there is mutual respect. If familiarity will breed love. I'll tell more about this in the Bhagavatam class tomorrow. Today I took on one topic in the morning, I'll continue that tomorrow. But the point is, if you can be attentive in dealing with people who are immediately close to you, next to you, those kind of people will actually bring success to you in your life. So that is actually one of the aspects of smart work. And they will do a lot for you. They will do a lot of good things for you, which you want to accomplish. You cannot single-handedly do it. With multiple hands, you can do it very easily. So this first tip is about writing our book of life maturely. Let us observe our emotions. We all go through many emotions in life, like you see. Okay, let me just... Yeah, so many different emotions, you see. Everybody has to go through such emotions in life, different times. So when we are emotionally affected, our speech and behavior towards others can become erratic. Correct now? It's called as crisis, we call it. When we are in crisis, sometimes we may say a bad word also sometimes to somebody who is very important for us. Like in one office, one man said to his next assistant, I told you to do this 1 week ago, and all this 1 week you have been loitering here and there, and you're simply sitting like a buffalo. You didn't do any work, and all the work is remaining. I don't know who is going to do this now. Better you hand it over back to me, I'll get it done from others. Like that he spoke a long sentence. But the other person heard only one word very attentively. Correct, huh? So, therefore you will see that one word and whole life you will keep quoting it. You said it. So therefore, to manage our... see, we go through these emotional states. Sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are sad. See, look at these two teams. See the left side team, right side team. Left side team people are frustrated. Because I think the leader is trying to pressurize them for something. The other team seems to be a very happy team, isn't it? Yeah. So many times our emotions, they determine our decision making also, many times. Our mood also affects our relationships very badly, you see. So, see, these are some situations I've given you, 5 situations I've given you here. Somebody opposes your opinion, how do you respond to that? Somebody breaks the promises made to you, how do you respond to that? Somebody cheats you, or somebody doesn't bother about your convenience and everything. Somebody doesn't fulfill your expectations. So these are things which make us very upset. So, okay, I'll go ahead. So this will take a little while, but 1 or 2 examples I can say. In this I have given some examples. See, there's nothing I can do now because my boss always interferes in my work asking for results, he says. So, okay, instead of that I'll take one easier one I'll take. Yeah. See the second one, you see, second one. Don't tell me who all got upset with my speech. That's just the way I am. Somebody saying like that. So in our life, somebody may not be able to tolerate our behavior or appreciate our behavior. Can we say that's the way I am? If you say we should not say that, you have to choose one out of those 3. A, B or C. Anybody want to try? I admit that I speak in a straightforward manner without being sentimental. I am a straightforward person, don't get upset with me. Or I can choose a different approach, or I suggest that we understand that everyone is of a different nature and let them be what they are. A, B, C, which one? Yeah? Anybody? This is a very important one actually for all of us. See, for example, with one of your behaviors, somebody is upset. You have to choose one out of these 3. Okay, some people are saying A. Anybody else?
Can you repeat them?
I'll repeat it. See, hard to read it. Is it small? Okay. See, don't tell me who all got upset with my speech. That's just the way I am. Like that one person is saying. Instead of that, you can say, I admit that I speak in a straightforward manner without being sentimental. Or you can say, I could have chosen a different approach to speak. I'll be. And then C is, I suggest that we understand that everyone is of a different nature and let them be what they are. Which means, he says that I am straightforward and they are little timid. So I am what I am and they are what they are. Why are you asking me why am I speaking like this? Other is saying. So A, B, C. Which one?
B.
Okay, some people are saying C, others are saying?
B.
Answer is B. Why B? I'll tell you. See, if you don't choose B, that means you are not eager to change. You just want to be what you are. So, okay, what is the advantage of, for example, if there is a tussle in the family between two people, I'm just telling a simple example, say husband and wife is asking in the evening, did you bring that I told you in the morning? And the husband says, why did you tell me? Hey, you were standing near the door just before leaving for the office, I told you right here in the door. He says, you never told me, he says. And they both are arguing for 2 hours. So is it good to continue with that argument? Or one out of the two, which is the husband says that, okay, maybe you told me, I forgot. And she says, now you accepted now. Okay. Then he says, okay, now go and bring. Correct, no? Or the wife says, maybe I didn't tell you. There is a story, 2 goats coming in a bridge, both of them fighting, both fall into the river. Similarly, there are families which have broken because of both being very adamant, uncompromising. Everybody in this world want to prove themselves. Nobody want to improve. Everybody want to prove. I am right, you are wrong. So that's why this first point what we are talking now is actually the first point is about emotions, book of our life. So we have positive emotions, we have negative emotions. And we are a bundle of both. See, the soul is covered by a mind where both the type of scripts are there in us. So, how many of you experienced that you had some pleasant experience with some people and unpleasant with others? You had experience? Everyone, correct? No, we all have experience of that. So, why we feel that? Because we are also like that. Some of our behaviors are right, others are wrong. So, we have to change whatever aspects are wrong in us, and if you really want to change, there is a possibility. Like for example, Chanakya says you cannot change. He says that you are what you are. It cannot change. Just like he gives an example, like if you take a dog and put its tail in a pipe like this for 12 years. After 12 years you take it out, it will go like this. Again it will go like as it was before. So Chanakya says you can't change people, they are what they are. He says. But Sanatana Goswami says you can change people. How? He says that if you chant the holy names, he says just like a iron rod put in iron piece put in an alchemy solution becomes gold. Just as it got transformed into gold. Similarly, you dip a human being in holy name, then his behavior will change. He'll become transformed person. Actually, who is right? Chanakya is right or Sanatana is right? Both are right. I'll tell you how both are right. Chanakya is saying materially people cannot change. But by spiritual touch they can change. Actually, materially we are what we are. We all tend to argue, prove and everything. But when you come to spiritual life, you think actually God is great, I am not great. And you also give benefit of doubt. Maybe I can't be very sure that, and I heard it, I said it. So we are willing to bend when you become a devotee. Like Yamuna, it is said Yamuna is very fierce. When Krishna is going to forest playing the flute, the fierce Yamuna becomes mild Yamuna. How she becomes mild? Because anyone who becomes a devotee, the devotee's heart also becomes softened by the chanting of the holy name. Then they are willing to change. For example, cruel Mrigari became compassionate Mrigari. How many of you know Mrigari story? There are few. Anyway, long story cut short, Mrigari was killing many animals and birds. Narada gave him Mahamantra chanting. Then Mrigari gave it up. and he chanted the holy name, became pure devotee. He was cruel before, now he became compassionate. Crying Arjuna became confident Arjuna, I told you, isn't it? In the beginning. So did they change or not change? Yeah, that means change is possible. By spiritual touch, change is possible. Great change can come. Selfish people can become selfless. So, in the same manner you will see that people with certain very stiff natures can become changed. You should be like a brittle bottle or you should be like a Bisleri bottle. Here you know Bisleri? Yeah. Should be like a brittle bottle or Bisleri bottle? Which one? It will be like Bisleri. Because brittle bottle, if you put on the ground, it will break. Clong, it will immediately break. So, stiff personality means like that. So the first aspect of smart work is, if you are a flexible personality, you can get a lot of things done from many people, friends, your juniors, your equals, your seniors, and the world outside. You have a very... So I had spoken one seminar called as tit for tat or tolerate that. So that became very popular. I was wondering how it became so famous, because many people are having challenge with that. In Delhi, from one housing colony, one car was coming out. One of our devotees was driving. This is the road. Devotees generally start late and they want to reach early, many times. So this fellow wanted to reach very quickly. So zoom, like that he came out. So here also on the road also cars were going very fast. So both the cars came, but they didn't collide. They were about to collide, very close. So this car person who was going on the road, is he right or is the devotee right? Who is right? The devotee came from inside a colony very fastly out. Whereas this person is going on the road. They both came like this. So that man, looked at the devotee. And he was very angry. Generally they shout, no? So he asked him, he shouted in Hindi, Akal hai kya? Which means, do you have intelligence? Do you have brain? Like that fellow shouted at him. So you know what the devotee did? Devotee folded the palm. Like that he did. He did like this, but when he lifted his head and saw, the car was not there only. Car was gone. Yeah. So why the car went away? Because that fellow who angrily spoke to devotee, and the devotee admitted, I am sorry, it is my mistake. Immediately the fellow left. So what it shows, you can save a lot of your time and energy if you can be a little humble in certain situations. On the other hand, I also seen one car driver says one thing, another fellow says second thing, he says third thing, and both of them come out of their cars. They stand in front of the cars, they spend a lot of time. And in India, sometimes you see a crowd of people also coming around, watching what is he saying, what is he saying. And both are on an ego trip, correct, no? So the first aspect of smart work. Now, this first tip leads us to second tip, which I am going to tell you. How you can cultivate those qualities which are conducive for healthy interaction. We'll recite one shloka here, ready? Gunadikan mudam lipset Anukrosham gunadhamat Maitrim samanadan vichen Natapair abhibhuyate. Narada is teaching to Dhruva. Those who are senior to you, be jolly to receive them. Be respectful to them. Don't be envious of them. And those who are equal to you, be friendly with them. Don't brag about yourself. And those who are junior to you, don't belittle them. Don't ridicule them. Don't mock at them. Rather be helpful to them. Be compassionate to them. Share with them. Like that he says. If you do these three things, you will not have any interpersonal clash with any living being. Like that he says. How many of you want a life free from interpersonal clash with others? Correct? You can remember this formula. 3-point formula. Narada gives this. Another verse, Bhagavatam says, it's very interesting verse. It says, Titikshaya karunaya maitriya cha kila jantushu samatvena cha sarvatma bhagavan samprasidati. The Supreme Lord becomes pleased with a person who is, Titikshaya means, he tolerates the seniors. And Karunaya means he deals compassionately with the juniors. And why you should tolerate the seniors? Sometimes the senior may scold you or correct you. And none of us actually, we have experience of somebody corrects us, it's difficult for us to take it. Feedback nobody likes. So once my dear friend Gauranga Prabhu was telling, Radheshyam is my very close friend, we both studied together in IIT. He said, I have been giving feedback and so many people got fed up with me. Now I am only doing feed front, he said. I cook prasadam and feed their mouth. I don't give feedback. So, feedback nobody likes. But if seniors give you feedback, they correct you, please don't do this, please do this. So, then one should be willing to take it. It's for our good. We should not argue with them. That's what titikshaya. Karunaya means, with juniors you should be compassionate. So then one devotee asked me, just now you said we have to tolerate the seniors, and now you are saying with juniors you have to be compassionate, you are saying. If I am a senior to somebody, why can't I be strong? Then he should tolerate me. No. Don't expect others to tolerate. When you deal with juniors, you should deal with them how? Compassionately. And with seniors, in case they are strong with you for your good, you should take it in a good spirit, he says. And Maitriya Chakila Jantashu, be friendly with your equals, like that he says. So these are all tips for us to write our book of our life very effectively, very nicely. How many of you have heard this Yudhishthira Maharaj, how he treated his Dhritarashtra, the father of Kauravas? If you have heard Mahabharata, Dhritarashtra was aiming at making his own son king, Duryodhana. And he wanted to kill the Pandavas through Duryodhana many occasions. But Yudhishthira Maharaj's attitude towards Dhritarashtra is one of great respect. He says that, when we were fatherless sons from the forest we came, you accommodated us in the palace. And from childhood you have grown us up to this level. So he's very grateful to him. Although Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana and Karna and Dushasana, all these people, Shakuni, they were all actually on an evil route of trying to vanquish the Pandavas. Why am I telling you this example? Even if somebody may not be the way they are supposed to be, even if they have some defect, you can still be respectful to them. Like for example, in India oftentimes there are tussles between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law generally. In India, it's a very famous one. So, for example, if a daughter-in-law thinks, why will a daughter-in-law respect the mother-in-law? Because she is more aged. In age she is more mature. Now daughter-in-law is newly come, she has not begotten any children. But mother-in-law has had many children whom she has grown up to age and got them married also. So she has more worldly experience, correct or not? So she can think, in age she is more, in worldly experience she is more, and she has been the center of the house here, queen of the house. Let she remain queen. Like that, if the daughter-in-law leaves, then that home is a peaceful home. Otherwise, if both of them fight for queenship, then that man in between them, just like Mridanga, we beat from both sides. He'll be like that. This side mother, this side wife. Then he will become shaven-headed like this very soon. All hassle power. Isn't it? So, therefore, every one of us, we have to cultivate these good qualities for the writing our book of our life. Actually, our book of our life should be like filled with fragrant roses. Every word you speak. Like I heard one very auspicious invocation, I'll tell you. Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhave. There is a very nice translation for this. May the wicked become virtuous. May the virtuous become tranquil. May the tranquil become free. May those who are free set others free. So in this way, in this world, we can always go forward step and be a healing cell in this world rather than be like a cancer cell in this world. We can be a small healing cell and we can actually multiply the healing cells in this world. Therefore, the first one is to work on our own emotions. In that there are two aspects. Self-management, and one is called relationship management. So, what is self-management? Go outside yourself and from a point you observe yourself. How many of you observed what type of person you are? Have you observed yourself? Yes? More than half of them. Okay. So, how do you know what type of person you are? There are good number of people who give you feedback about it. Like you can ask your friends, you can ask your seniors. superior feedback, peer feedback, and self feedback. And then only you will get ideas on how you can improve your speech and behavior towards others. That is called as self-management, we call it. And relationship management means you are able to see people around you and know their emotions. I'll conclude in 5 minutes and then you can take questions. Yeah. So you can look at I told you, every day you work with how many people I told you? 7, 8, 9 people max. So social awareness means you should know their mindset. What type of mind? Okay, this person is a little person who loses temper, I should be careful in dealing. And that person is a very good person. This person is more friendly, that person is not so friendly. So let me accordingly deal with them. That is called as relationship management. Where is it taught? In Bhagavad Gita 2.56 to 72. There you get all this information there. Sthita Prajna. So how, when people deal with him, how does he deal back with them? And that's how you will get help for this first tip about book of your life. So now it is 7 o'clock now. For the second one, test your personality, you all can mark yourself. I'm going to show you a test now. Okay? Like here you see, what time you wake up in the morning. If you are A, B or C, you can note down. You are able to see, or is it small? You are able to see, yeah. So there are about, I think, 15 questions or so. You just take the small test yourself, because you are going to get something very valuable out of this, okay? You are all ready? Okay?
Yeah.
What kind of books would you prefer reading? See, don't write the one which you want to be. Write what you are, right at the moment. Otherwise, the test mark will not come properly. Like whatever you are doing, that only you should write now, okay?
Spiritual self-development meditation.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. How is the behavior with your family? All right? Done? Okay. What is the quality and duration of your sleep? Okay. Which of these colors would you prefer? Okay? Done? Yeah. How would you rate your memorizing ability? Okay? How honest are you? Okay? How much are you inclined towards charity? That means giving dan, giving charity. Okay? How often do you get angry? Then? Your love is for, is your love universal for you and all people are lovable? Or it's personal, you love yourself and your close family members only? Or you hardly love anybody except yourself? Okay? Okay, how easily do you forgive others? Alright? You need to make an effort to forgive others, or you can't forgive at all. You build grudges in your mind for a long time. Okay, let's see, okay? How inclined are you towards cleanliness? Your room is always clean and tidy, or sometimes clean, sometimes out of place. As your room is mostly in a shabby state. Okay. Okay. How do people find your speech to be? Is it peaceful and calming, or a bit aggressive, or dull and low sounding? Okay. Okay. Okay, Nata? And what do you dwell in most of the time? Do you dwell in the present moment, or you think about the future, your goals, or you are lost in the past memories?
All of the above.
Okay. I am mostly easygoing, or anxious and hyperactive, or in a depressive state of mind. Mostly means a good amount of times. Yeah. So the easygoing fellow is singing a song also. Correct, no? Yeah. Describe the way you work without being attached to the results, seeking results and rewards. No more work, please, I want to relax. Okay. And when faced with a challenge or a new situation, are you resourceful and calm? Are you often keen to improve and fix things? Or you will rather curse the situation you are in? So like, for example, you get a last minute assignment. Nobody likes.
Yeah, that would be C.
Yeah. Isn't it? It's most important for you to restore balance and harmony, or solve a problem and innovate, or find comfort and avoid confrontation. These people hope they can escape, but they can't escape actually. Okay? Only 2 more questions. That's all. I'm going to conclude. What music would you prefer listening to? Soothing music, or loud music, or sad music? Okay. Your life motto is to accept and go with the flow, or strive to succeed, or ignorance is bliss. Yeah. So 20 questions we took now, and like this, see on each of these are the 20 things. When you made A or B or C, when you totally count, you will see all those A items are all called the Sattva-guna, or goodness. Goodness activities means you think and you speak, or you think and act. Rajoguna means you partially think and you speak. Okay, I'll give an example. Example will make it always easy. See, one man went to the forest on his horseback with his dog and spent the day like a picnic in the forest. After the lunch, he wanted to come back, but the dog wasn't letting him go. When the horse would go like this, dog would run like this, barking, barking. The man thought the dog has gone berserk. He just took his gun, he shot the dog. And then on the way when he came back after 5 miles, he realized that my wallet is missing. When he went back to the tree, and the poor dog was touching the wallet, which was lying under the tree and bleeding in the mouth, the dog had died. So he picked up the wallet, and sure enough he found all the money in that. But then he sprinkled water on the dog. Do you think the dog will come back to life now? It's an example of passionate action. Not thinking enough, snap decision he had made. So many of us, we have this experience. Sometimes we make a snap decision for which we regret later. That is passion. And I'll tell you an opposite example in goodness. Once Newton had gone for an evening walk, and he came back, and his dog, Tommy, had toppled a candle, and it had burnt 5 years of research papers, which were kept on the table. And the dog was just blinking. Dog didn't know what he did. So Newton cried and became angry also. He looked at the dog and said, Tommy, you don't know what have you done to me. So many years of research have become burnt to ashes. And he said, I can take my gun and shoot you, but my papers are not going to come back by that. So, what is the point in exhibiting my anger towards you? Because the purpose is to get back the papers, which won't happen. That means he thought before acting. Think before you act. Have you heard the saying? The broken glass, or the spilt milk, or the sped arrow, or spoken words cannot be taken back. Correct, no? So think and speak. Think and act. That is Sattva-guna. Rajoguna means partially think and act. And Tamoguna means no thinking, no acting. They are lazy to think also. Somebody has to think for them. And they also don't act also. They are lethargic. They don't have any motivation. So therefore A is all Sattva-guna, B is all Rajoguna, C is all Tamoguna. So see here, the A boss is very cheerful and is encouraging and empowering the subordinate, Sattva-guna. B boss you can see. Okay, let me ask you a question. If you are in the situation of the B boss, what would you do with that incompetent fellow sitting there in the computer? What will you do with him? When I asked him in the company, people said, I'll fire him. That's the easiest thing people can think of. That goes to show a person is in fashion. What will you do if you are in that boss's position? Will you yell at him like this? What will you do? Yeah?
I will look at what motivates that person and motivate him.
I try to motivate him to do the work, okay? Maybe she will give an incentive or something and motivate him to do work, okay? We can also train him, right? Or we can identify his good talent and change his department. If nothing works, fire him then. Yeah. See the third fellow, yeah. See, third thing is mode of ignorance. That fellow is depressed, you see. I think in COVID time, I think things went down. He's too depressed. See, depressed people keep hovering over the past, not thinking about what action I should do ahead. One should look ahead. See, when Srila Prabhupada came to America, in the first year he didn't have much money. He was actually whatever was money was that was getting spent. So he understood that 1 year has passed. I have not made any devotees here. People are not coming for my programs. So he decided that I need a temple of my own here, so people can come and stay in the temple. So he wrote to India. There was some Padampat Singhania to give money. It's a long story. Cut short, you will read it in Leelamrita. Padampat Singhania wanted a temple in New York. But he said, that I want to make a small but very, very artistic temple in America with a lot of sculpture. But Prabhupada said, what do you do with a small artistic temple? If you have a big temple, a lot of people can come and sit and hear lecture. But Padamachanganaya was very strictly wanting it. So he said, I can give 50 lakhs also. But Prabhupada wanted only 7 lakhs. He was not ready to give. Then Prabhupada went to one hot man who had a 2-story building in New York. So Prabhupada told the hot man, please wait for some time, I will get the money and purchase this 7 lakh building. So then he wrote to Padamachanganaya and said, you want an artistic temple, let us make a gopuram in the top. And the rest of the building can be as it is, Prabhupada said. That fellow didn't agree. And Prabhupada told the hot man that, if you can give this bungalow for us to use, anyway you have to pay tax, freely also. Allow us to use and we will give you the tax amount. And I will also make you one of the directors of ISKCON also, he said. In our board, I will include your name in the board. But heart man had no heart. He said, you guys vacate now. Either you buy it or you vacate, he said. So Prabhupada had to vacate that place. So first defeat was Padamachanganaya didn't agree to give the money. Second defeat was heart man didn't give that place. Like this. And Prabhupada wrote to his book depot, Universal Book Depot in India, please send me money for my books. You guys have printed so many books, are you distributing well? I'll make you in charge of entire Maharashtra or entire India. But those guys sent a reply saying that your books are not selling. Religious books nobody wants. So we want to give back your books, they said. We can't sell it. So that was the third defeat for Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada asked Indira Gandhi, can some donation from India be sent here by my donors to America to build a temple? She said, we don't want any revenue from India to go to America. She said, not possible. So there was a fourth defeat for him. Can you imagine? Like that, defeat after defeat, he faced many things. He wanted Mridangam for the devotees to practice. He asked Murarji, Sumati Murarji. She didn't send also. There was no response at all. Like that, 8 defeats Prabhupada faced. But he never became depressed like this. You see, this third fellow. He was like, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. In Ulysses, he says, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. He was such a tough-willed personality. He had full faith in Krishna. And then after that, after 1 year, the results started pouring in after that. So we should never become depressed in life. Don't look behind, look ahead. Always. So, Actually, these three things you can learn and go. This is mode of ignorance. These are the qualities of people in ignorance. You got an idea? Foolish, indecisive, insecure, fearful, panicky. They become very panicky very easily. They can't decide, they're depressed. They postpone always. Is it big enough for you to see? Okay. See, people in passion, they do partial thinking, snap decision, they want control, thirst for honor, prestige, status, they want to see glamour, show glamour. They're workaholic, they get burnt out, they're angry. And Sattva means it's a good qualities, you see. Discipline, obedience, compassion, all these things. So, Sukham and Jnanam. So, see here there is a hall where program is going on. Suddenly there is a, there is an accident, fire accident, isn't it? So in this way, if there is a sudden fire accident like this, immediately think what you would do. There is a hall where only very few doors are open, 1 or 2 or 3 are open. There is a accident. And what would you do? How would a person in ignorance act? A person in ignorance is tamaguna, he will become panicky. Correct, no? Become panicky, he will cry like some people are crying now. They may even freeze also. Person in Rajoguna, what he will do? He will climb on the other's head and go out. Correct, no? A person in Sattvaguna, when I asked, people said, I will ask everybody to go in a queue one by one. Do you think they will do it? You should make a phone call. What do you get? 911. What is the number they call here? 911. Yeah. That's the way you can. So in this way you have to think and act. We'll conclude with this last slide. Okay. See, I wrote this poem. If you know the answer, please don't tell. A capsule tired of a long distance walk kept his basket aside and slept off under the shade of a banyan tree that was full with a group of mischievous monkeys. After a while he got up from his sleep and found his basket was totally empty. The monkeys had picked up each one a cap and wearing on the head soon climbed up the tree. So, you understood the poem? So all the monkeys are wearing the cap from his basket. The fellow was sleeping. Now, if a person is in ignorance, how would he act with the monkeys? Anybody? He won't throw stones on the monkey. How will he throw stones if he's in ignorance? Yes?
He'll probably just be sad and walk away and accept.
She's saying that he'll probably be silent and walk away. Yes, correct. That's one possibility. Or he may cry. Or he may go with empty basket to wife and say, I lost my business. Isn't it? In COVID time also one company came from 900 to 300 crores. So some of the owners became depressed. So he might have become depressed. Okay, if he was in passion, what he would do?
Try to give duty and take
He is saying he will give some eatable and then take back the cap, isn't it? Sometimes monkey snatches eatable and goes away without giving the cap. Actually, he won't give anything eatable to take it back because person in passion oftentimes takes a snap decision. He will take a stick and try to beat them to get it back, or he will throw stones at them. And a person in goodness, what he would do? Anybody knows?
He would use his own intelligence to get the hats.
She's saying he would use intelligence to get the hats back. Anybody knows what he did? Anybody knows? You heard about it? In India the story is famous. There is one hand up behind. Yeah, go ahead.
He will throw his cap.
He threw his cap in the basket. Why did he do that? Actually, he thought about the nature of monkeys. The nature of monkeys is, if you do some act, they also copy it. They imitate it. So he took his cap and put in the basket. They also did it. Basically, in this story, the man thought and acted. But in which guna it is? Sattva. That's the main point. Those who think and act. See, he took his cap. left. Correct. Huh? So, how to introspect, modify your current pattern of working? You think and act, that's all. This is the second point is concluded now. Huh? Don't partially think and act. So, increase your sattva. How do you increase your sattva? Sattva guna. There are 5 things, very simple things. Sorry. So, now I have exceeded the time. It's a big seminar it is. So we may not be able to complete it fully. But 2 things you learned very well today. One is the book of your life, correct? Handle your emotions very carefully. For your good and for others' good around you. So if you study the Gita Bhagavata Mandal, you learn a lot of things, how different characters acted in different situations. So you can remember this ABCD, very simple it is. If you keep coming for programs like this, because devotees are people who are constantly progressive in their life. They never say that I am what I am thinking is right, I am always all right. They don't think like that. They always want to grow in terms of, like you will see in our line, great acharyas actually see fault in themselves and greatness in others, always. So that is the way to improve. So come in association regularly. If you are coming on Sunday, come every Sunday to the temple. Keep hearing classes on the scriptures like Gita. And be for your personal reading. We have a books collection, you can see there. You can pick up the books, small books, medium books, especially Bhagavad Gita. That is Bhagavad Gita book. If you don't have a copy, pick up one. Just read 1 page a day, daily. 5 minutes. I know you all are super busy in your life. I agree with you. And I know that you are your life is too busy. So many people say, I don't have any time to read. How many of you think 5 minutes you can give for God every day out of 24 hours? Correct? 1 page only I am asking, that's how. Because small drops of water make an ocean. So 5 minutes a day. And also, your sattva is increased by chanting Hare Krishna, because Harvard University research shows that if you chant this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So by chanting this, your brain wave frequency comes between 8 to 13 cycles per second. 8 to 13 is yellow band. That is the Sattva Guna. Below 8 is Tama Guna starts. Below 8. Below 3 you go to sleep. And above 13, Rajaguna starts. Above 21, you become extremely hyperactive. In Japan, I have read the news items. There is one disease called Koroshi disease in Japan. When the hyperactivity goes beyond 24 cycles per second, in the shop floors, people on the spot, they have died. Because of too much hyperactivity of the mind. Nowadays, students' mind is very hyperactive. Do you agree? Lot of tension nowadays, especially after the social media came. So if you want to bring down your hyperactivity to the sattva between 8 to 13 cycles per second, then you have to chant like this. Any place, anywhere you can chant, any time of the day, okay? Hare Krishna. So ABC you have learned now. A for? Once in a week only you give time for an hour or two like this. It's really, you should see it as an investment. Don't see it as a waste of time. Just like, sharpening a pencil or sharpening the saw is not a waste of time. Sharpening the saw is going to improve the efficiency. Like that you see this weekly once. And then Bhagavad Gita 1 page a day. Chanting 1 round a day. Just 10 minutes every day. Any time of the day you can do. Night, morning, afternoon, any time. 3 things. And the 4th thing I am not emphasizing so much because you will anyway do it. 4th one is D is for devotional diet. Prasad, which everybody likes. That is not a rule. It's like a gift of Krishna for us. Accept devotional diet. So, in our Boston temple also, in US, evenings always we have a packed prasad available. Students come and pick it up like that. I heard here also you have Govindas here, right? Yes. Prabhu was telling. So wonderful. So as many times as you can come and take prasad, it's most wonderful. That is devotional diet. Okay? So you will do this ABCD. That's a takeaway for you. By doing this ABCD, you will be able to achieve both the tips. The tip 1 was about writing your book of life maturely. And second one is about your 3 gunas, increasing your sattva. Probably one last thing I can say about, in the previous session I was telling about the flood and the dam. Flood is like passion and the dam is like sattva, sattva guna. Like for example, Chandragupta is Raja, he has Rajas. Raja has Rajas, that is passion, but he is guided by Chanakya. He adds sattva to that. So kings always had a saintly person's guidance. So combine the Rajaguna and Sattva-guna, you become Raja Rishi. Rishi is Sattva-guna and Raja is Rajaguna. When you combine both, then you get a leader. A leader should be polite and firm. A leader should be courageous and considerate. A leader should be bold and sensitive. A leader should blend Sattva and Rajas. Then you are a visionary leader. So in this way you can become a good leader, because either of the extreme will not help you. Combine these 2 things, okay? Srila Prabhupada ki. 5 minutes I can take questions, 5 minutes.
Yes,
Any one question, anybody? There is one question here. Yeah, questions. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Prabhu, we see that great devotees of Lord, they work like anything. They work on thousands of projects. So from the material perspective, it looks like they are in Rajagun. But actually they are in Sattvagun. They don't have that anxiousness. So how can we do that?
Oh, they are combining their apparently Rajasic activities with the icing on the cake of Sattva. They definitely have it. For example, I heard even our president here, our Krishna Dulal Prabhu, his wife runs a school and he has got one farm, which I think his father is also interested in that. And then they also have got one more thing I heard. What is that? Music school they have. And today morning, early morning when I came, I saw him worshipping the deity. Amazing. That means Krishna is giving him strength to run 4, 5 things with a cool head. If anybody else was there, their head would be spinning. Correct, no? He doesn't, shouting at everybody. But he is having that control because he is devoted to the Lord. Lord is giving him that inspiration and strength to run these things very maturely. Correct, no? So, when I talk about sattva, it is not that you should become activity less. That's not the meaning. Actually, sattva touch, when you give to activities, then you will do activities in a planned way. For example, you plan ahead, that is called sattva. On the spot you do, that is rajas. For example, say gas cylinder is getting over. Wife is telling husband, in 3 days it will get over. And he says, I'll bring it tomorrow. Then 2 days it will get over, she says. Don't worry, anyway 2 days are there. But one of the days she will say, now sabji is getting cooked and it's half cooked and the cylinder is gone. Over. Then preventive maintenance becomes breakdown maintenance. Correct, no? It goes from, there is no more time to plan at that time. So why we become Rajasic? Because we don't do preventive maintenance. So those who plan ahead, they can act in sattva. That is actually quadrant 2 activity, we call it. Basically, it's called as, not urgent but important. For example, training, education, planning ahead, planning our calendar ahead, all these things come in second. Cultivating skills and everything. You can do a lot of activity in sattva also, provided the sattva and rajas are combined. Okay. Then somebody else had a question this side. I can give the mic to them. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we talked a lot about thoughts and how thoughts affect our lives. So if I were to talk about me, sometimes when I force myself to think positive, I'm definitely thinking negative. So our mind is if you ask,
it just does the opposite.
Yeah, so sometimes positive, forced positive thinking does not work. I get even
Actually,
depressed.
are you making an effort to think positively on a material platform? See, material platform positive thinking is very difficult. On a spiritual platform, it will become very natural. For example, we have the GIGO principle, we call it. Good in, good out. Garbage in, garbage out. So, we can actually oust the negative thoughts by filling the mind with multiple positive thoughts. Say, for example, on a holiday, you come to the temple, you see the arati in the morning, you take part in the kirtans, you take prasad, you hear some lecture, talk to some devotees, do some seva. So you have filled your day with so many good activities, then your other negative thoughts have no place only. They are ousted. Correct, no? So that is a positive spiritual way. Actually, Krishna teaches exactly that. He is saying that you, and the senses need not be kept idle, but the senses should be filled with positive activity. Like you have seen this, no? Don't see bad, don't hear bad, don't... You have seen those 3 monkeys, you have seen that? That is only negating the negative. But on the contrary, you say, see the deities with their eyes, and then eat prasadam with your mouth, and hear the lectures. This is engaging in the positive. So the positive that we talk about is, spiritual positive. Understand, no? But what material self-help books teach you is to artificially think positively. That will not work. Because here you are getting God's help, there you are not getting God's help. Like Arjuna, he won the battle because he got Krishna's help. Correct, no? So many times self-help books may tell you many things, do this, do that, but they don't give you the divine help. So now you are coming here, you are coming to the right place. By coming here and meeting Matajis and learning from them, you can make your life spiritually positive. Is it clear? Like many outside books talk about self-confidence, right? But Bhagavatam says, don't have confidence in yourself, have confidence in God. Bhagavatam says that. Like Prahlad had confidence in himself or in God? God. But self-help books teach you wrongly that you should have confidence in yourself. And even the same motivational talker who tells you that he committed suicide, one fellow. He's telling you to have confidence in yourself. Actually, who are we? We are tiny tots. God is great. If you have confidence in Him, then you will flourish in your life. By taking His shelter, He will do great things through us. Correct, no? That was Hanuman's consciousness. Hanuman said, I am very small, but Ram is great. So, is it all right? Yeah. If you keep coming, you will learn more. You are reading Prabhupada's books?
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita and other small books, yeah. And actually your positivity will increase by multiple inputs. For example, you are hearing kirtans, you are hearing lectures, you are reading the books, you are taking prasad, come to temple. You chant Hare Krishna? You chant Hare Krishna, you chant? Yeah. Some rounds you chant. Therefore I always say ABCD. If you do these things in a regular way in more quantity, you will become highly positive. Okay? Okay. It's getting late now, Prabhu? Yes, we are going to end here. We have exceeded the time. Shall Prabhupada ki Jai. I'm giving the second part of Ramayana tomorrow morning, whatever I started today morning. If you are free, you all are welcome.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Radheshyam Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Radheshyam Prabhu is like really, to me personally, is a true inspiration. Like he's got this missionary spirit, talk at 4, meeting at this time, program at 4:30, then Montreal the next day, then the next city a few days after, and they're just going and just selflessly trying to spread this knowledge to help people all over the place, students, congregations, families, everybody. So it's really, really an inspiration. And if you want to get a little bit more of that, if you want to get more of a taste of that, tomorrow morning we will have kind of a continuation, but it'll be at 4:30 in the morning, right? So actually I have to say, this morning, I don't know, maybe close to like 40, 50 devotees were here. 30, so 30 was the number that showed up at 4:30 at the temple. And
I said I'm going to make a video tomorrow.
Yeah.
Those are coming because I want to go and show it all over the world where I am traveling. This is how Ottawa temple is doing.
Yes. So I told him, let's not go too long so that we don't have 4 people tomorrow morning. He's going to bring his video and it's going to be 2 devotees with cartels. So we'll start to conclude the program. We do have prasadam. It's going to be brought up, so hopefully you can share with us in some prasadam. And then maybe if there's a few volunteers that could stay to help us just close up. And then for those of you who want to brave it, come tomorrow morning. You could come at 4:30 or anytime. The Bhagavatam class starts at 6 a.m. So if you want to come a little bit later, come for 6. And then we will have a breakfast too. And it's marketed as our delicious breakfast in the morning. Okay, so don't miss the delicious breakfast. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu ki Jai.
Yeah. feel free to stand up and stretch your legs, and we're just going to clear a path to the buffet.
Somebody can fill up the mats and then put them in the corner. Can I move this for you? Yeah.